Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Adiola. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about hair making abroad. Okay, let's get right into it. Please don't be distracted by my food and my stylist. I'm planning to come back to Germany, so I'm trying to make my hair. I leave for Germany in 2 days. So let's get right into it. Our hair is what we call loud. As you can see, my hair is over the place. It certainly attracts attention. You know, if I let it down now, you see what I'm talking about. Which is why one of the most common questions that I'm asked by people is, how do I take care of my hair when I'm abroad? When talking about hair making, I think one of the first things to consider is how do I want to wear my hair? Is it long? Is it short? Is it blown out? Or whatever. A lot of women prefer to wear their hair tucked away. Some prefer their hair to be in extensions or wigs or weaves. The choice is certainly up to you as an individual. I would also suggest that when making your hair or when making the decision to make your hair, it would be nice to keep some factors in mind. Factors like how long would you be able to maintain the hair without a styling assistant? How physically active are you going to be while wearing the hair? Do you plan on running? Do you plan on swimming? Or anything that requires additional maintenance? Especially if you sweat, if you understand what I mean. What kind of stylist is going to make your hair? Do they have the experience to make hair with the same density as yours? For people that like to wear their hair out or tucked in, or like extensions, for many it might be the easiest thing to wear braids, because you can style with low maintenance and can last for more than 2 months. But if you are going to a country where there's a large African community, especially. But if you're visiting a country like Africa itself, it's probably easy to find someone you can, braid your hair at a little cost. But if you're unsure how your braid is going to be done and you are planning to stay for long, it would be nice to be prepared for the styles you can do to your hair while you take out or when you take out your braids. Another important thing to put in mind when wearing your braids is that they require a lot of care, no matter how they are, because you have to clean your scalp almost weekly with apple cider vinegar and water, or add conditioner. It depends on what works for you anyway. You have to moisturize your scalp with air conditioner. I actually mix conditioner with water, which is sealed into the strands of my hair, with oil, which is such as coconut oil, sweet almond oil. It depends on what works for you guys. Anyway, this can minimize build-up, which eases your takedown process. To reduce, in my opinion, to reduce frizz and twiddling, always wear a satin bonnet, girls. Always wear a satin bonnet. To prevent damage to your edges, please stay away from tight braids. And go for the slightly larger, looser options like what I'm having now. Also consider giving your hair time, in between installations to prevent unnecessary stress. I have a friend who cannot see her natural hair. She doesn't like to see her natural hair, so she's always braiding. As soon as she takes one out, the following, few days or following week, she makes another braid. I'm sure she's going to see this video. I'm calling you out, Sibonello. Always let your hair breathe. Yeah, you need to be very careful if your scalp is prone to irritation. As braids, especially the long, heavy ones, maybe too hard on your scalp and even your hairline. Braids are the preferred option when going abroad. A lot of people do that. You can leave your hair, or I leave my hair for for a while, before I start getting products to style it, to take care of my hair. Plus, I'm low maintenance, guys, so the easier the better. But if you are moving abroad, please leave the shyness in your country, because if the braider is bringing your hair too tight and she's holding your scalp like you have offended her before, please say something, please shout, speak up. Don't let your head be angry with you. Magic here, in my language. As you can see, I've started making my braids because I'll be going for a little while, so I'm basically coming back from Africa with a braid. Anyway, finding a stylist is a lot of concern for a lot of people abroad, especially people with natural hair. Their maintenance is their maintenance is high. Even people with relaxed hair, they have a lot of they have a lot of maintenance. I think you have to find a hairstylist that will cater to your particular hair type, part-time. Yeah. If you have a relaxer and you're worried, you won't find someone that will relax your hair, I think you can, get a better option of a relaxer, option, another relaxer stretching option. I think my final tip is stock up. You can't be sure that the products that you have is available, or product that you use is available in the country where you are going. Even though you intend to use a hairstylist, come with your your oil, come with your cream, come with your extension, because some products may carry the same brands, but they might be different formulations for your hair. So be careful before you use anything in a country that is not your primary place of abode. Especially relaxers, because the relaxers in Germany, but they are not for my hair type, the density of my hair, and if you use it, it might not work. So you have to use a couple of products. Because there was a time a friend of mine wanted to dye her hair, and she bought dyes, and it didn't work. Grandma, yeah, or you want to German? She bought a gold dye, and she had to use about 3 to 4 dyes before the thing cash, if you know what I mean. So because in Africa or in Nigeria, you can just use one dye and your hair is good, but I think we now figured out that we're supposed to bleach the hair before dyeing it. Yes, yes, some Africans bleach their hair before dyeing it to their preferred colors, but we just assume that you can find a dye that will go for your hair like that. So search online before you buy anything for the kind of product that you use in your home country. The worst case scenario is you get someone that's traveled, that you can send. Yeah, that's the worst case scenario. You buy it online, then you ship it, or you get someone that is going on and you send them money. The person has to be your friend, because people don't carry stuff for people. Everybody's careful now, so you can get somebody that would help you bring, for extensions, for relaxers, for yeah, if you're going to send somebody, ensure that you're paying for the services. Those just don't carry yourself. And in my experience, you either find someone that makes hair that you can go to their house, to make hair. Or another method is you meet somebody on the road and you like their hair, just approach them, be like, oh, I love your hairstyle, how do you make it? Or and they would give you the link of the person that made it, and it's cheaper that way, because most of the products in Germany are not for our density of our hair, or the kinky shampoo, the conditioner. Yes, we use it like that, but it doesn't soften our hair as much as we want it to be. And if you go to the Afro-Asian stores, you pay ridiculous for this item, ridiculous money for it, so yeah, buy it online. When you travel, you bring it, when you're coming. Most of the hairstylists, they don't give you the appointment when you ask them, because they give you appointment for another 2 or 3 weeks, so you have to have booked for your appointment before you take down the hair that you were carrying at present. People don't like to carry a natural hair out, because there's always a queue of people that also don't want to make their hair. A lot of people want to be, glammed. you know, this is also, I think this is also why a lot of people lock their hair abroad or cut it, or wear wig extensions, because carrying your natural hair out can be boring. And a lot of people wear their braids for more than the required, time you're supposed to carry your braid. I think the maximum time you're supposed to carry your braid is about 3 to 4 weeks. But a lot of people carry for 3 to 4 months, not bearing in mind that they can be built up when taking the hair down. You lose, yes, of course we shed a lot of hair, then of course the hair will tangle on the roots. Then when you're combing it, you lose your hair, then you complain that it's the hair stylist. And this is because there's no time to make your hair fresh hair every other time. Back in Nigeria, people carry their braid extensions again for 3 weeks. 3 weeks, guys, because there's a lot of places that you can get it done, and I like it because I miss that life, because your stylist wash your hair, she treats it, she relaxes it, she shampoos it, she conditions it, and she makes it for you. But here in Germany, you would you wash your hair by yourself, you shampoo, you relax, you do everything by yourself before you go make your hair. And the extensions are very expensive in the African stores. And hair extensions that you can buy for like 2,000 naira, 2005, you'd be buying it for 6,000 to 10,000 naira. I'm converting it to Nigerian currency here. Which is either you're supposed to buy for 3 euros or 4 or 5 euros, you buy for 8 to 10 euros, sometimes. So yeah, it's just nice that when you're coming, bring a lot of things. I think I should make a video on things that I packed when coming to Germany, because I packed a lot of things, guys, a lot. And because I had prior information like this that I'm sharing with you guys, anyway, the point is, people with dreadlocks have better life than we that we have our hair out like this, because they just wash and they go, because they just style and go. But we have to do extensions, do a whole lot of things to the hair and all that. So yeah, so everybody that helps you bring hair, give them something or everybody that helps you bring stuff from from this country, from your own country, appreciate it, because most of them have to take out some of their own stuff. But are nice to take out some of their own stuff and replace it with yours. If they're your friends, all you just say is thank you, like they hold nobody holds you. I hardly send people anything since I was there. I think I've only sent 2 people stuff, my husband's friend and a friend of mine. And 2 or 3 weeks after, I was still saying thank you. Because I know that it wasn't convenient for them. There was a friend that I even sent something all the way from Germany, and 2 or 3 weeks after, I was still saying thank you to her too. Because yeah, it might be small, but I know that if I was shipping it, I know how much would have come out of my pocket. Yeah, so just basically be appreciative, if you understand what I mean. Yeah. Anyway, I have good friends. Anyway, I'm not saying you should be thanking me for for life, but like I'm just saying that it is hard to help people bring stuff now because of the way the world is. Because a friend sent me something, and the package was wrapped, and I even made a video about it. It was wrapped, it was tightly wrapped, and I had to open it last night and just to be sure what was inside, because before they release something for me. Anyway, I'll keep you guys posted on the after look. Hello, sis, so how far? Okay. No.